All right, let's talk about something we all love to hate, but rarely truly understand. Corruption. It's like that weird smell in your fridge. You know something's wrong, but you're not quite sure where to start cleaning. Corruption is insidious. It's not just about politicians stuffing their pockets with ill-gotten cash, although that's a disturbingly popular image. It's a pervasive and complex social issue that affects individuals, communities, and societies as a whole. It seeps into every nook and cranny of our world, from the highest levels of government to our daily interactions. Think of it like termites, quietly gnawing away at the very foundations of a seemingly sturdy house. It is a major obstacle to economic development, good governance, and social justice. We're talking about a system rigged against the average person, where the powerful few benefit at the expense of the many. But here's the thing about termites, and corruption for that matter. Left unchecked, they can bring the whole damn house down. So today we're going to shine a light on this pervasive issue, expose its ugly underbelly, and hopefully inspire some action along the way, because folks, this is a fight we can't afford to lose. Ever slipped someone a little something to jump the queue? That's bribery, folks, just on a smaller, less glamorous scale. But when it infects decision-making processes, it undermines fairness and paves the way for disastrous outcomes. Imagine working your tail off, paying your taxes, only to have those funds vanish into thin air, lining the pockets of corrupt officials. That's embezzlement, a slap in the face to every hard-working citizen. Remember that time you didn't get the job, the promotion, the opportunity? Maybe, just maybe, it went to someone's unqualified niece or nephew. That's nepotism, folks. A system rigged for the privileged few. Picture this. Politicians and businesses scratching each other's backs, awarding contracts and favors, all while the public interest gets thrown under the bus. That's cronyism, and it stinks worse than a week-old fish. Ever been threatened to play ball or face the consequences? That's extortion, folks. Using fear and intimidation to exploit the vulnerable. It's a cowardly act that deserves our collective outrage. Think of corruption as a massive drain on our collective wealth. It stifles innovation, discourages investment, and leaves everyone poorer in the long run. Corruption is a social grenade. It explodes, leaving behind a landscape of inequality where the rich get richer and the poor are left to pick up the pieces. When those in power betray our trust, it creates a dangerous void. People become disillusioned, cynical, and lose faith in the very institutions meant to serve them. Democracy thrives on a level playing field, but corruption rigs the game. It silences voices, manipulates elections, and ultimately undermines the will of the people. When corruption festers, human rights pay the price. From denying essential services to silencing dissent, the consequences are dire and far-reaching. Sunlight, they say, is the best disinfectant. Transparency and accountability are essential weapons in the fight against corruption, ensuring that power is used responsibly. Think of strong institutions as the immune system of a healthy society. They investigate, prosecute, and deter corruption, safeguarding our collective well-being. Apathy is corruption's best friend. We, the people, have the power to hold our leaders accountable, demand transparency, and create a culture of integrity. Just like we teach our kids about stranger danger, we need to educate them about the dangers of corruption, how to recognize it, resist it, and report it. Effective laws and regulations leveling the playing field. Strong laws and regulations act as guardrails, setting clear boundaries and consequences for those who dare to cross the line. So there you have it. A crash course in corruption, that pervasive social evil that threatens to unravel the very fabric of our society. It's a complex issue, no doubt, but that doesn't mean we throw our hands up in defeat. Corruption is a complex and pervasive social evil, that requires a multifaceted approach to combat. It requires a collective effort, a commitment from each and every one of us to stand up and say, enough is enough. We need to demand transparency, hold our leaders accountable, and empower citizens to be active participants in the fight against corruption. By promoting transparency, accountability, and civic engagement, we can work towards creating a more just and equitable society. Remember, folks, the fight against corruption is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires sustained effort, unwavering commitment, and a belief in the power of collective action. Together, let's build a world where corruption is not just condemned but actively eradicated.